Hello, viewers. It's been a while, hasn't it? I'm Oliver. I'm back for now. Um, Not doing gaming videos. I don't have that stuff all set up. But I wanted to get back into doing some videos on the channel. And lazy me, the easiest way to do that, vlogs, podcast, stuff of that sort. So I got a little bit of stuff to talk about. So I figure, why not? Got nothing better to do at the time, so we're gonna start, at least for now, I'm gonna start doing, try to do a couple videos, vlogs, talk about podcast, video games, sports, whatever I feel like talking about, for a little while, see how long I can keep it up, see if I enjoy doing it enough to keep doing it. So let's just dive into it. First thing I want to say is if you have any topics you want me to talk about, just slide them into the comment section. I'll read all the comments, of course. Um, we'll see how this goes, and I'll just take the comments. If I see something and I want to run with it, I can make a video based upon that. If not, I can come up with my own stuff. In fact, the topic I kind of have today, first, I guess before I get into that topic, I want to talk about, because it's been a while since you guys have seen me on here, and last time I was on here, I didn't even talk about video games or sports or anything for that matter. It's more of a life rant. But so I wanted to catch you guys up a little bit. Recently, I guess over the summer, I played a lot of Counter-Strike along with working. I mean, I couldn't spend all my time doing it, but I played a lot of Counter-Strike, Civ 5. I've been playing a lot more on the PC, using through Steam, not as much on the console, at least as compared to what I used to do. After, I guess, just a couple days ago, I bought, sorry, I'm pointing to my TV because that's where my PlayStation and Wii U and PS3 are hooked up. But recently I got Rainbow Six Siege. Great game. I can't, so far, what I've played, I don't know how many hours I put into it, but I've already gotten to, you have to get to rank 20 to play ranked matches. I've done that. I've played ranked matches. I'm up to, I don't know, maybe level 27. I don't know. I don't know how that translates into hours into the game. But it is so enjoyable. I wish I had more people on my friends list that played it, because right now I have nobody to play it with, which is kind of frustrating because it's a very team-based game. So if you guys have Rainbow Six Siege on PS4, just hit me up. I'll throw my PlayStation Network name into the video description, so if you're looking for that, hit me up on that. I'd love to have some people to play with. But that game is great. It's got this combination of almost the destruction you wanted in the Battlefield games, breaking walls, shooting through things, blowing stuff up. But it's got that to I think almost a more precise, accurate degree. And then, but it's not just as wild. It's not buildings falling down. It's a 5v5. Each team has 5 players. There's different operators you use, and each has a special ability. There's attackers and there's defenders. It's like terrorists and counter-terrorists. Attackers, I'll give you some examples here. Well, there's different game modes. So there's a hostage you try to rescue in one of the game modes. There's bombs you try to defuse. You only have to defuse one of them in another game mode. And then there's a capture point in another one that the attackers have to get to and capture. So let me give you some examples of the attacking operators. And all the maps are small. The defenders can't go outside the buildings. They can, not before the spawn, because the attackers send in little drones to try to find the objective for 30 seconds before they spawn in, really. And the defenders can't go like outside the building, because then they can, but they get spotted if you're out for 2 seconds or longer. So you show up on the enemy's screen with a red name over your head, to try to prevent spawn trapping and stuff like that. But let me give you some examples. I keep beating around the bush for attackers. You got thermite, which is like a breaching charge. You can breach into an area, but it can go through reinforced walls and stuff like that. which is very useful when the enemy kind of gets a small room or something and they get it completely locked down and you need to get in. So that's a useful one. And then all these classes pretty much have two options for your weapons, or at least two. Another one a lot of people like for attackers is called Fuse. You put this little grenade launcher basically onto a wall, and when you launch it, it shoots grenades through the wall into the room, and can kill the enemies. A lot of people love that one just because you can get a lot of kills. I've seen somebody kill 4 out of the 5 people with it in one go around. Um, and then there's some different guys with shields. One of the shields, like a riot shield, you hold it and you get your pistol. And but this one, when you use the special ability, it flashes. It's like a flashbang and blinds the enemies and pretty neat stuff. The fenders, they get one of them can get jammers to put down that jam the little drones the attackers can drive. It can jam breaching charges, stuff along those lines. They also get, I'm trying to think of some more here, defenders. They get, one of them puts down armor packs for your whole team to pick up. One of them can put laser traps. It's really balanced. So far, there's not like one, because even if you use, there's almost always a fuse on every team, even though there's at least 10 operators, I think. But there's almost always a fuse. So that one's the most popular, I would say. But I wouldn't say it's overpowered, especially on the hostage ones, because if you kill the hostage, you lose. So a lot of times people put them on the wall and shoot it in the hostage room and kill the hostage, and then they lose. But yeah, that's just a little bit of insight into that game. I've been really enjoying it. I haven't played that many ranked games. Last night I played in a lobby. We played, I think, 3 matches in a row. Not people I knew, but they all had mics, and we won. The first 2 we came back and won. The third one we lost pretty bad, but it's a great game, and it seems to be a really good a team game. So if you have friends that have it and they're looking for people, I recommend. Maybe if you don't, I don't know if people still rent games. I honestly don't even know if that's still a thing. But if you want to try it out before you buy it, maybe or go to a friend's house that has it, or play it before you buy it if you want to try it. I'd recommend it though. But here's the major question I had coming into this. I just was watching a video and somebody mentioned this question. I thought it was a really good question. And I got thinking about it. I think I got some answers. So the question is, what game or movie or TV series or book or anything like that, what game do you wish you could forget about? Like you could just snap, forget it, like Men in Black, poosh, you forget it. That way you can go back and play it again and relive what it was like to play it or watch it or read it for the first time. The first game that came to my head when I heard the question was Pokemon. I freaking love Pokemon, and just that was like that was my staple childhood game was playing the Pokemon games, and there's a lot of depth to it that a lot of people on the outside who don't play it don't realize, and relearning all of that. And I watched the anime originally, and all the movies. I remember the 4th movie with Celebi in it, I think it was. I went to I don't know how old I was. I don't think I was in middle school yet, so it must have still been elementary school. Yeah, I had to have been. And me and my dad went to the theater to see it. We were the only ones in the theater to go see it, which I thought was pretty funny. But I love I think I've seen all of them, even to this day. There might be a few of the new ones I haven't seen because I don't know if they might be only straight. I think they're straight to DVD now, or they might put them on Cartoon Network, but I don't really keep up to date on what's on Cartoon Network anymore. But that's the first game that came to my head, and not just single game, like the whole series, because there's just so many enjoyable moments in that. And if I had to pick a PlayStation game, I don't know if I'd say Uncharted 2 because or Uncharted series, because there's a lot of great, like the single player, the story is great. It's amazing. It's up in maybe the best in any game I've played, except rivaled with The Last of Us, which is also made by Naughty Dog. But the reason I don't know if I'd say Uncharted is because it's past. Maybe if I could go back in time when everybody played, when the multiplayer was a lot more popular and my friends played it and I played it with people. But if I forgot that and went back and replayed it now, I'd be missing out. I mean, there's still people that play the multiplayer, but most of my friends don't play it anymore. Most of the people I know don't play it anymore. So I'd be missing out on that whole experience, and that's why I probably wouldn't say Black Ops 1, which was my favorite Call of Duty of all time. And me and Jake, that's kind of where we really started our YouTube getting more popular and doing more stuff with it. Um, because it's past that time. And I definitely wouldn't say the Call of Duty series because I don't get into the story really at all with it. I have Black Ops 3. I haven't played it as much in the last 2-3 weeks. Um, guess I'm kind of giving it a break for now. But I don't know. I might have to say The Last of Us just because it was such a good story. I played the multiplayer, but not to the extent that I played Uncharted 2 multiplayer, Uncharted 3 multiplayer, or Call of Duty multiplayer for that matter. And it was just such a good story. And there's so many like not so many, but there's just enough twists and enough surprises that I wish I could go back and relive those moments. Oh, excuse me, I'm still getting over a cold a little bit. If I sound a little weird, you guys haven't heard me in a while, so you don't know what I sound like. But so that's my games. I would definitely say that I wish I could replay for face value. Um, and then when it comes to TV show, there's no doubt in my head, 100% Game of Thrones. It's my favorite TV show of all time. It's hard even for me to consider it a TV show because it's a series, but it's just such high quality. It's like a movie in every episode, and it's such a good show. I have all the seasons on DVD so far. I don't know when season 5 comes out on DVD, but it's just it's hard to explain to somebody who hasn't watched it because they just go, "Oh, it's so hyped up. It's not that good. Breaking Bad was better." If they're not even Breaking Bad, I mean, it's not for everybody, of course, but there's so many twists. It's so good that reliving that would be amazing. I remember when I first found it. It was actually way back when, 4 or 5 years ago, 4 years ago maybe. I was still working at Donato's Pizza, um, and my boss, actually one of my bosses, one of the managers, he had Amazon Prime or Amazon Video. I don't know what it was back then, but he gave me his code because he wanted me to watch Game of Thrones because I'd never seen it before. So he gave me his code, so I put it in, and I binge watched the crap out of it. It was so good. I think I watched the first 2 seasons in maybe 2 nights or 3 nights, probably 3 nights over the summer, and it was just the best experience, man. It was edge of your seat after every episode, and it maybe not have been because of a cliffhanger, but just because you wanted to get to the next episode so bad. It was so good, such high quality. So that's definitely the TV show I would pick if I had to pick a TV show that I forget memory of and rewatch it. And then I would say movie. Movies a little tougher. There's a lot of movies that I've seen, and I'm not sure if there's a single movie I could be able to pick out. I didn't think about movies too hard because the Pokemon and Game of Thrones just straight out into just jumped in my head. I knew those were the answers. Movie, however, I don't know. Pulp Fiction was really good. I really like Django Unchained, the Star Wars, Lord of the Rings. Maybe Lord of the Rings. That's a good one. Maybe that one. I don't know though. I don't know if I can pick a single movie, but I'm definitely interested in this and seeing what you guys have to say. Um, I don't know about movie, yeah, but for sure put your opinions in the comment section. I'd love to see what you guys have to say. And again, if you guys have any opinions on what I should talk about in a future video, just throw them in the comment section. I haven't even uploaded YouTube. I don't know if there's a, if there's a message system anymore. But you guys know, just if you can't message, just put them in the comments. That's the easiest way to do it. I'll read through them and make decisions. So that's all I got for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys next time.